Hello, my dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, dear Californians. Welcome back to the show, dear Angelinos, whoever cares about your life, I mean day-to-day life. Please be welcome to the show, talking about a future about California. Joining me is my good friend, Mayor of Yorba Linda City, Mr. Greg Young, a candidate, one of the most hopeful, the way that comes to my eye, candidate for the Assembly seat of Southern California, 55th District.
Right.
Right, sir.
Right.
Yes, by putting together his experiences about more than 30 years in private business, by serving on the city council and serving as mayor with his experiences, probably we're talking about are we getting the right man for the right job? Like I said, the only solution for our problem is that you get the right man for the right job. That's it.
Right.
Right? Let's prove it. Right now, we were talking about the driving conditions, which is the big problem of our transportation. Not only it slows you down, causing traffic jam, but it reduces your life of your vehicles, right? And increases your premiums of insurance, right? Everything goes to downturn.
Right.
And also, please correct me if I'm wrong, right? It looks to me, if you have a stomach ache, I take your emergency. Doctor within 2 hours take care of your problem, then you're out. So that's our RM, emergency ERs for. So in transportation, taking care of transportation business, there's not an emergency job, isn't it? It has to be stretched out into the years, every single day, every moment. Am I right?
You're right. Here's a medical analogy that at least makes sense to me. Let's see if it makes sense to you too, Jack. If you have a stomach ache and you go to the emergency doctor, they take care of it. A couple hours, you're home, just like you said.
Yeah.
The good doctor, though, will then make a referral, say, how come did you get that stomach ache? Well, what do we need to do health-wise to make sure that you don't come back again? And they'll put you on a better nutrition, they'll put you on an exercise program to solve it for the future.
Exactly.
In transportation, the challenge that we have is we treat it like that emergency room. Everything that we're doing is an emergency base. We have a pothole that needs to be fixed. Okay, we'll go to the emergency room and we'll fix the pothole.
Fix it, yeah.
But we're not thinking about the long-term nutrition of our roads.
And our previous mayor, Viragosa, will proudly announce, we have fixed about 365 potholes this month, something like that. Well, it's not a pothole business, man.
Right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
That's not a credit.
No.
That's not a credit.
Sure.
The credit is that, like exactly you said, I said, we've got to stretch your efforts and the money to every single one of the days.
Right.
Right?
Right.
To take care of that.
And we need to think about what's happening in long term. Did you know that the studies say that in the next 20 years, our commute time, the average commute time is expected to double?
Oh, that I haven't heard.
I don't know how long it takes you to drive.
Don't scare me off.
Well, so how do we get ahead of that? What innovation do we do to start whittling away so that our drive times don't double? I don't want my drive time to double.
Oh, yeah. Probably that's a good reminder.
Okay.
That's a good reminder to me. Year of 1989.
Okay.
1989, one of my friends passed away. When I got the call, the last minute call by her husband, I took the freeway right away and I arrived at CMC, California Medical Center, within 17 minutes, I'm sorry, within 17 minutes. And I wasn't driving crazy, and I was respecting all traffic lights,
Right.
and I was not over speeding.
Right.
Right. Now I can challenge all my friends. You can choose any hour of the day. Drive from Rosemead to CMC. You tell me if you can do the job within 17 minutes.
Right. Right. It's not going to happen.
You see?
Sure.
Okay. Now you're saying about 20 years from now, our commute time will double.
We'll double.
Will double.
Right.
right? We're calling back to 1989, so 99, 2009, that's 20 years.
At the same time.
The same time.
Sure. So what is the commute time now? Did that basically double from 20 years ago also?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know right now. Yeah, probably someday we can try at any given moment of the day, of the night, to go see how exactly it can take you. Right.
Sure.
So that's the problem.
Well, and here's another part of, and it's a complex issue. We know it's
I'm
complex.
not scaring you off. I'm saying that once you're there, you got a big job to do.
No, and it's why we go.
Exactly.
It's why we go to the state, because you think you have to tackle the problem.
Sure.
And for me, the reason that I want to go to Sacramento to help is because I find too many people having too many focus.
Sure.
For me, we talked about it earlier, 3. I want to have 3 priorities, and we have to just continue to make sure that we fix transportation. What about our ports? Ports of Los Angeles and Long Beach?
Yeah, ports too.
They are wonderful in that, did you know 1/3 of all of the cargo shipments that come into the United States come through Los Angeles and Long Beach?
Los Angeles and Longport, and the Long Beach.
And that also is expected to double in the next 20 years, the amount of products
And how
coming.
are we handling it?
That's exactly right.
With the freeway conditions right now, how can the cargo be diverse?
Right. And we can't solve the problem by going to the emergency room and fixing potholes.
Oh, there wouldn't be emergency room because there is no doctors there and no emergency room for that kind of problem, because you're talking about a devastating situation. Right? A devastating situation.
Now, some people will say, well, let's turn off the spigot. Let's stop having so much shipment come through the ports.
No.
That's a terrible idea.
No. You're what? You quit eating, like I said. You have a throat problem. You have a throat problem, right?
Right.
You better go see a doctor, take care of a throat.
Right.
Yeah, you don't just quit eating because you have a throat problem. You will die from it.
And the ports, as I understand, bring us $253 billion worth of goods into our country through Los Angeles and Long Beach. And that gives our state and our counties and our local cities $15 billion worth of tax revenue.
Yeah,
it's
that's
good.
exactly.
We just have to balance.
Yes, that's exactly how California was made California.
Right.
Other than that, we can't do a thing. Right. You don't want to call California a land or a sightseeing state. No, it was an economy backbone.
Right.
Now, once you are there, well, suppose you're the man. I don't know. You're the man so far. How do you apply your job to the persistent situation as the potholes for a mid-range plan and for a long-term plan? Or are there probably I can just wipe out all the questions, see how you make your nearsighted, mid-sighted, mid-range, and the long-term plan?
Good.
Yeah, please.
Thank you. And that's a great question, because I can point to an entire career worth of experience of doing the same thing over and over again.
All right, yes.
My private business as a property manager forces me to look at the issues the same way: short-term, mid-range, and long-term, right? And the answers are usually economics. I think we might have talked about this last time, Jeff.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
We have two different parties in our politics, right? But a wise man told me here not so long ago that at the end of the day, eventually, money wins.
Money wins.
Doesn't matter what your politics are, the money wins.
You're right.
So how do I approach the short, medium, and long term? It's like what I'm doing currently as mayor of Yorba Linda. We have people who come and say, we want to have more short-term benefits for something other than, and here we're talking about transportation. And my answer is, I would love to give you that. I would love to give you your equestrian center and your new library, as soon as you can show me that we've provided for the long-term fixes for our actual needs.
Yes, exactly.
So that's my message in Sacramento. Transportation, other assembly folks, you want to have other things you want us to spend money on, I would love to support you spending money there, as soon as you show me that